Never really thought I would be making one of these videos today. Which, I mean, I kind of really do like to make these kind of videos. If you don't know, there's this new situation going on where these absolute just I don't want to say it on camera. I would, but not on camera. These absolute restarted people on Twitter are hating on Mr. Beast because, they just always have to find something they hate on Mr. Beast. Now, look, Mr. Beast has done some questionable things, don't get me wrong. But this time, it's not even like your average thing where they think that you put, like, an animal or something in danger or whatever. What he did was, he had, like, those, like, those videos where you, or, like, those videos where a YouTuber, does Q&A? They, print, questions from, like, the average Google, or, like, the average Googler. Like, it'd be like, does this guy do this? And it'll come up with a part of that answer. Like, it would give you a question, the rest of the question. Now here's the problem. So he said, or so this question was, what is Mr. Beast's favorite YouTube video? And what Mr. Beast said triggered Twitter, just full of restarted people who have nothing better to do, just to waste their lives away and get upset with people because they're just too, like, stupid to realize that it's called opinions, and they don't have to like their own videos. So, and I'll explain their reasoning after I explain the reason behind this drama. So basically, Mr. Beast, he was just saying how this one old YouTuber on Minecraft, the most beloved YouTuber and most, probably most influential one, Technoblade, who, if you don't know, which I'm shocked, he passed away, unfortunately. And Twitter, and he says that his favorite video was when a Technoblade made millions, or planted millions of potatoes over a course of months, and yet put it into a video, and that was funny to him. That was it. It's just, he said it was funny. That's literally it. It was because it was funny, and he liked it. And these stupid kids on Twitter immediately started thinking that Technoblade, or no, that he's only saying that to, like, boost his popularity and stuff, which he has. I'm pretty sure he has the most amount of subscribers in the entire world. So that's like literally Trump wanting the Nobel Peace Prize because he wants to be more popular. He's already popular enough with restarted kids. Sorry, that wasn't really a good example. I just wanted to quickly think of something. But what I'm trying to get at is that it's stupid, absolutely just horrendously stupid, to get on someone's back because they don't have their favorite videos from a person who just so happened to pass away. And it's kind of disrespectful that you're just doing that, because, like, he listen, their reasoning is that Mr. Beast just wants to boost his, like, popularity. He wants to get out more to people, but, like, he has the most amount of subscribers. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't really course well. Then also, their other reasoning, that kind of, that would be their main reason, the thing that would get me to, or get people to believe, oh, that makes sense, is that they're sorry, I didn't feel like recording this video and then just talking over it, so I'm playing at the same time while talking, so your feeble minds don't get bored. But anyways, what was I on? They're basically saying that what he's trying to do is to get shoot, what was I talking about? Hold on. It's that he was mocking Techno's death by mentioning him. I'm I'm so sorry that mentioning him is mocking him. We're not mocking him. Mocking him would be like, oh, I died of cancer. That's mocking. There's a huge difference between mocking and remembering a YouTuber. And if you don't know anything about Mr. Beast before he became popular for his challenge videos, is that he played Minecraft. He likes Minecraft. He doesn't really do it in his videos anymore. He focuses more on game shows and stuff like that. But he still likes Minecraft. That doesn't make sense at all. You're just trying to start a fight for just no reason. And now look, I don't usually like to defend the bigger YouTubers, cause look, sometimes it's kind of valid to dislike a bigger YouTuber because they get more money while you're in like a little shit show. But here's the thing, they worked hard, you have not. I'm working hard, but I haven't earned it yet, you know? Like, there's a huge difference between just doing the best you can at getting... Because it sounds random, but it is true. This is reasons I've heard for people hating Mr. Beast, is that he's too popular and overglazed. I'm so sorry that he's just being successful. But anyways, I just wanted to, like... I just wanted to, enlighten you guys about this situation, because I'm like 90% sure my viewers aren't really that fluent on the internet, if that makes sense. Like, they're not, you know, you guys aren't really that keen on what's going on. I could just kind of tell. No offense to you guys at all. No offense. It's just I can kind of tell. I will show a recording real quick. I mean, like, just a clip that, you know, pisses everyone off on Twitter, because they just have no job, no life at all. It's just a regular Tuesday of them looking for someone to absolutely rip the throats out and fail miserably at doing, because they're just too retarded to just get a job. They're so bored that they just start stuff just to start stuff. Absolute restarted people. I can't say the one with Tard, but you know what I'm talking about. Absolutely restarted. It's like insane on how stupid this sounds. And like, I sound extremely angry, but I'm not. It's just, I don't want to sound casual. This is like seriously stupid. Technoblade died 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And you know, people used to get upset with Technoblade. You know, sometimes I don't even know why they get upset with Technoblade. Technoblade has never done anything wrong. At least nothing that comes to mind. Like, I don't think of any, like, when I think of someone who does something wrong, I think of, like, Aiden Ross. We need to get on his ass again. We need to, like, what's his name? Fuzi? No, I don't know about Fuzi. We need to get, there's a bunch of people we need to, like, get on their ass about. But not Technoblade and Mr. Beast. That's, like, so stupid. What is the point? You're just trying to cancel people just because you feel like it, and you're bored, and you can't cancel anyone. The last person you probably canceled was freaking the vegan teacher, and that was years ago. And we didn't even really technically cancel her. She's just not as relevant to the internet as she was 3-4 years ago. Anyways, I'll show the clip, or the record. As I was scrolling on my feed to get to the video, or as I was about to search it seems like there's a new virus outbreak. Part 2, anybody? I've played these games before! What the heck? Asmongold is a sociopath. I want to be like these kind of YouTubers, where they'll slap a person's face on it, then put like in ominous text, "He lied. We don't care. She's innocent." Till proven guilty. Tommy just started crying. R.I.P. Technoblade. The confession. But here's the clip. Here it is.
Back in the day called Technoblade, and he had this series where he tried to farm the most potatoes on a server. More potatoes than this guy. People who don't play Minecraft are gonna think I'm crazy, but as a grown man saying it's my favorite video, but Technoblade was the pathway, but he was very, very funny and charismatic. And that video, it's just so freaking funny how he just farms millions of potatoes over the course of months, but somehow makes it incredibly entertaining. And I find myself watching that like once a year, and it's always inspirational. There's this YouTuber back in the day.
So you can see how innocent that is. It's not even like he's saying that because he wants, you know, popularity. Especially when you look at Mr. Beast subscriber count. and then Technoblades. It doesn't even make sense. The poor guy can't post. See, 464 million subscribers. Technoblade. 21.5 million. Why would he ever try to do a PR stunt by using Technoblade? That makes zero sense, and that's extremely disrespectful if he did. And even then, that makes no sense to do that. Like, I'm sorry, I can't, like, you know what? I'm gonna calm down, and I'm gonna try to reason with these, you know, these unemployed Twitter and Reddit spammers. Okay, Technoblade, very popular. Very popular guy. One of the most popular on Minecraft. I'm genuinely trying to, like, make this sense, make sense of this, because this does not make sense to me. So, very popular guy. $2 million. I didn't see that, unfortunately. But see, he's still making yeah, he's still making millions, of subscribers. Like, it seems like each year. So, like, 2 years, so, like, that's not the point. But the point is, it's incredibly disrespectful to attack Mr. Beast because his favorite video was one of his videos where he, you know, did potato farms and did it for months on end and put it into a video, and he found it funny. There's millions of viewers. There's millions of videos I find absolutely hilarious from YouTubers. Millions. And, like, does that make me a bad guy for liking them or something? Does that mean that I want to, you know, get, like, subscribers because of my measly 160? You know what? So, since that's their logic, I guess, guys, my favorite video from Technoblade is, I dropped out of college to play Minecraft, lol. Give me subscribers! Sorry. But you can just see how stupid this is that this is the reason why we're attacking people. Because just so happened their favorite video is from a guy who passed away, unfortunately, from a sad case of cancer. And now all I can say is rest in peace, Technoblade, because I don't know, it's always something about Technoblade. You know, it's always something about some sort of beef that involves the Minecraft community. I swear, if you get into a situation in the Minecraft community, whether that's being a pedophile, because, you know, that's just an average thing for Minecraft YouTubers, or you're talking about a YouTuber. If you're talking about a YouTuber, all of a sudden Technoblade is involved. I swear to God, you know how many, like, situations where Technoblade has been in? Just the amount of Technoblade situations that he has nothing to do with. Just because people can't just, you know, let him rest in peace, man. He you know, he's in heaven and he's battling out. That's a good example. He's fighting all the nerds he killed in his Minecraft videos. Okay? So it's just absolutely retarded. See, even Mr. Beast was in this video. Mr. freaking Beast. Well, that was 8 months ago, but he's been in other videos. See, right here, there's Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast somewhere. Mr. Beast somewhere, I think. I don't know. But Mr. Beast has been in multiple different videos. And featured Technoblade in multiple different videos. See, even this one is also what I'm talking about. I must win Mr. Beast's $10,000 refrigerator. You know, I like this video. This is my favorite video from Technoblade. Shut up.
It was a day like any other when bam, new Discord notification. contest, and the winner gets a $10,000 refrigerator. I had to have it, but the event was in 1 hour. I needed a plan, and fast. I decided to use one of the oldest Minecraft techniques.
And you know what sucks about cancer too? Is that we have the technology to, to beat it. Like, we have the technology to get an actual cure. It's just doctors make too much goddamn money when their patient comes in with cancer. So, like, look, for example, we'll search up the average revenue for a doctor after a cancer patient. $300,000 a year. Well, if you do costs and stuff, that's a lot of. If you do the all the stuff like that, that's a lot of money. They make too much money to actually stop cancer. That's why I don't want to stop cancer, is because they make too much money. Because I'm like so dead ass sure everybody with cancer, but people in the United States, there shouldn't be a single soul with cancer, and if they do, they should be being treated right now. But right now they're in chemotherapy, so it's going to be like months on end of pain, and possibly them just dying because chemotherapy, it makes you lose like your the defense. I can't remember what it's called. Your I don't remember. I can't think of the name right now. I'm too angry to think. But the cells in you that fight against viruses, like infections and stuff, like COVID, the flu, the plague, etc. They're kind of like, they're a little bit slower. They were kind of unstrengthened and whatever because they put radio. I don't know the full science, but I kind of know. And because of that, you can get infected, you can get a virus pretty quickly, and it doesn't take that much. So usually people have to stay inside all day, and you gotta be very careful on being sanitary and stuff and whatever. You have to make sure you're always washing your hands, brushing your teeth, because I know your stank breath has some sort of virus in there. Yeah, I'm talking to you, but anyways, yeah. So we could definitely have a cure for cancer, because there's been millions of fundraisers to get a cure, and we never had one. You know why? Because they just suck that money down and be like, oh, we developed something for chemotherapy again. Maybe your grandma who's dying because she has a weakened system will finally get cured. That's just how it is because they get, they're getting paid for this stuff, and they're getting so much money that they just don't, they don't care. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about too much about cancer other than the fact that there's a bunch of Twitter and Reddit mods that are too retarded. I mean, to get a life, get a job.